The question of the time: how can T&T win the fight against viruses that cause colds and flus? We have created a campaign that will run from the 17th of November to the 24th of November 2022 called Create the Balance. Our mission with this campaign is to help children and the adults who raise them understand why plants are needed to fight the viruses that cause respiratory diseases such as colds and flus. So what is the biggest issue that T&T is facing at the moment? According to Trinidad and Tobago's nutrition profile on the Global Nutrition Report's website, obesity is the only disease locally that has been linked to deaths caused by respiratory diseases, such as colds and flus. This means that when it comes to our fight against diseases like colds and flus, locally, preventing or reversing this disease is the road that we must take if we want to be victorious in this fight. Our nutrition profile also indicates that obesity is a disease that is on the rise in T&T, but we have taken no measures to stop it from affecting more women, men, and children. Our goal with this campaign is to help you understand how and why plants are our allies in T&T's fight against obesity. According to the Global Nutrition Report, adults over 20 years old in T&T eat more than 5 times the amount of red meat prescribed for health. That is 520% of our daily prescription of red meat. On the flip side, we only eat 34% of the amount of fruits prescribed daily. That is less than half of what we need to stay healthy. Also, we only eat 29% of the amount of vegetables prescribed daily. That is a little more than half of what we need to stay healthy. When it comes to whole grains like rice, wheat, and oats, we only eat 22% of the amount prescribed daily. That is less than 1/4 of what we need to stay healthy. Lastly, we only eat 38% of the amount of legumes prescribed daily. That is beans and peas like red beans and black-eyed peas and lentils. That is less than 1/2 of what we need to stay healthy. We are nowhere near meeting the marks for balanced nutrition in T&T. So we need to make some shifts. We need to shift what we eat, and we need to shift how much of it we eat so that we could begin to create balanced meals and begin to address this disease on a national level. The road to immunity looks like us eating more whole grains, more legumes, more fruits, and more vegetables. And that road begins in your home. It begins with you. It begins with your family. Then it could begin to take root on a community level and then on a national level. Our aim with this project ultimately is to provide you with the knowledge and understanding needed to lead the way in your family. We also want to make it possible for you and your family to stick to it. So we have considered 6 things in all of the plans that we prescribe to you. Can it be found easily locally? We know that in order for something to be a sustainable habit in your household, it needs to be feasible. You need to be able to go out and find those things anyway. You don't have to be hunting for certain foods, hunting for certain remedies. So we want to make it easy for you. We have only selected plants that are easily found locally. Staples in most Caribbean households, staples in most T&T households. So the second thing we have considered is, can it grow easily locally? We want it to be possible for you to grow these things in your backyard if you so choose, and if it is possible with the space that you have to grow specific plants. We also want it to be possible for local farmers to be able to grow these plants and play their role within the community to support households, right? Thirdly, we have considered cost. We have only recommended items that are lower in cost. We have considered nutrients. How much nutrients is in these plants? So as you can see, the photo that we use for this is the same photo that we would have used for found easily locally, and that is intentionally. It is because local plants, locally grown plants that didn't have to take a trip to get to us, is actually the plants that are highest in nutrients. So when you buy local, you are also buying what nourishes you and your family's body the most. We've also selected plants that are not common allergens, like peanuts, and specific nuts and seeds have been eliminated. So we're only going to be creating balanced meals using foods that are generally safe to the T&T population. We want you to be safe. We want you to live a long, healthy, fulfilling, and full life, right? And lastly, this isn't really about balance, but it is about sustainability. It is a part of what helps us stick to things as human beings. We're going to include some to make things tasty, right? And we know that's not really a problem with Trinis, right? So there are ways to use our local methods to jazz up plant foods to make them tasty, so you're not bored with your meals, because boredom is the easiest way to go back to old habits. We need that excitement. We need to be excited to eat our food. Our food needs to be tasty. We deserve to have tasty food. Our children deserve to have tasty food. So we've also factored that in. So we have those 6 different considerations that we have taken to help make this a sustainable change and shift for you in your household, so that we could begin to make these shifts on a national level and boost our immunity in the way that nature has shown us how. We have included a schedule of the videos that we're going to be posting daily from the 17th of November 2022 all the way up to the 24th of November 2022. So please join us here on our Facebook page, join us on our YouTube page. You could direct your children to subscribe to the YouTube page because they're going to enjoy this content just as much as you.